Hi people, I'm Annelia. Welcome back to my channel. Happy New Year, y'all. I am back. I took a break. I don't even remember how long this break was, but it has been a minute. There has just been so much going on in my life, and that is the reason why I have been MIA from YouTube, which is it's wild because that was during the time when my YouTube was actually starting to take off. Like now I have over 1,000 subscribers. Thank you very much. But now I have over 1,000 subscribers, but I had to stop because it's been a lot, and that's basically what this video is going to be about. Just a little life update. So we're gonna start off on a bit of a positive note. I got a job. I got a new job. So for those who don't know, I'm a journalist. I used to work at a newsroom in Missouri where I graduated college. I got that job just a short few months after I graduated college, and then I ended up coming back home. I was lucky enough, blessed enough to get a job shortly after I came home, and I am now with a local newspaper. Let me tell y'all something about this job, okay? It's very demanding. This job, I don't care who you speak to, if they're in this field, they can tell you this job is very demanding. Okay, this job takes up all of my energy, it takes up all of my time, and it is so much, what's the word I want to say, it's just more. It's more than what I had to do in Missouri. In the newsroom where I was at in Missouri, it was a very small newsroom. It was a very small town. Not saying nothing happened there, but there wasn't really, it was different. Okay, let's just say that it was super different from what I have to do here, and so it's been a huge adjustment. Listen, when I first applied for the job, I'm like, I could do this, and then I got the job, which I was so surprised that I got it. But I got the job, and I was like, somebody help! Somebody please send help, please! I'm going to tell you guys, it has been so much stress to get to where I am now, and I'm not even in a place where I'm satisfied right now when it comes to my reporting. It's taking a whole lot out of me, you know, like it takes a lot of time and energy, effort. You have to be on top of things. You have to be ready to jump up and go at the drop of a dime. And this is something that I learned that you would have to do in school, but like I said, the newsroom started off in Missouri, it was a lot more slow paced because I was in a small town. The newspaper where I'm at now, we write covering every issue happening in every island of the Bahamas. With that said, I realized that work was starting to take over my life. I had no, and I do mean no, time for family or friends, or just for mostly for myself, because I'm gonna get to family in a minute. Family made sure they had their time, but it sucks up so much of my time to the point where I was starting to neglect myself, neglecting my happiness, not pouring into my hobbies, not giving myself any time to rest. All of this contributes to why YouTube was put on the back burner. I love it, mind you. I thank God that I have a job, especially one that I love, but the truth is the truth. This job is very demanding. I've spoken to so many of my coworkers and they told me the same thing. I haven't figured out how to make it all work. As of right now, I'm still trying to figure it out. I hate to be that person to be like New Year's resolution, new year, new me, but it's a new year and it's definitely a new Annelia. I am dedicated to putting time aside for myself, to pour into myself, to pour into my hobbies. YouTube is something that I consider a hobby. This is not something that I want to stop doing or put on the back burner because I'm always working. I have a life outside of my job, and that is just something that I have to remind myself of. Of course, I am going to always do my best at work, but everybody is going to have to understand that Annelia needs her time as well. Annelia needs time to rest. Annelia needs time to recuperate. Annelia needs time to become refreshed. And then I can show up on Monday and do the damn thing. You know what I mean? Like, yeah, when you're well rested, you work better, you think better, you're more motivated, you're more inspired. I had to tell myself, Annelia, you may love your job and the people at the job may even love you, but at the end of the day, I need to take care of myself. And like I said, I'm still going to do my very best at work. I still very much love and appreciate my job. I just need to learn to balance work and social life, work and Annelia time. So that's that. But I do want to say, y'all, this job has brought me so many great opportunities. Like, I go to different events. Like there was an opening for Clairboat Bahamas. I sure you guys see those little aesthetic photos on Instagram, with everybody in the clear boat in the middle of a nice turquoise ocean or aqua blue sea. And yeah, so we have the race boats now, and we also have the clear boats. What are they called? Jet cars, I think, and the clear boats. And I went to the grand opening of one of those businesses, and I'm like, this is so cool. Like I really, in this job, I get to meet a lot of people, a lot of politicians, a lot of really talented individuals. I get to meet a lot of just all types of people, and I get to go to all types of events like this Clairboat event. I even went to the grand opening of a restaurant, Carnival Bahamas. It's so beautiful. It mixes Junaknoo carnival, which is Bahamian culture, and it mixes carnival, and they had all the dancers. It's more than just fine dining. It's a dining experience, and I got to go to that. It was super cool, super fun. And then I also got to attend BTC. BTC is one of our telecommunications company, and they had a lot of events this Christmas. They were the ones giving away money and prizes and vacations on our national carrier, the Bahamas Air, and all type of stuff. And in the Christmas, they had a whole Junaknoo rush out to celebrate one lucky winner who won X amount of dollars. I don't remember how much it was, and she was super excited. It's fun to really attend those types of events. So like I said, I really love my job. My job allows me to meet so many different people and attend so many different fun events. But I want to move on to something that is not as fun. And it is a huge reason why I have taken a step back from YouTube. And it's something that I'm still going through now, and I don't want to make it seem like it's all about me, because it's not. It's about my mother. So my mother is currently sick. The doctor has given us an idea of what he believes it is. He won't say that that's exactly what it is, because we have not gotten the test results back. They told us it could take 3+ weeks. It has definitely been more than 3 weeks since she's done the test, and we have not gotten those results back. So we're still going with, this is what he assumes it is. What he's thinking it is not good at all. And this all started around the same time that I was offered my new job here as a reporter, and I couldn't start when they wanted me to. One of the reasons why was because my mother, at the time, we thought it was fibroids. She did have fibroids, mind you, and she had a hysterectomy to remove those fibroids, because we thought all along that it was the fibroids that was starting to bother her and irritate her and cause her to feel a type of way. So I didn't start my job right away, just so I can make sure that I was around and available after her surgery, be there for her. And then as time went on, and we realized the surgery's outer wound was healing, but her inside still, something wasn't right. She started to lose a lot of weight really quickly. She wasn't eating. She couldn't bring herself to eat. It's not like she doesn't have an appetite. She has an appetite. It's just when she eats, she feels like she's gonna throw up. She has like this sour taste in her mouth all the time. She has to constantly spit. She just feels sick and nauseous a lot of the time, and it's gone from that to now she's feeling extremely weak because she's not eating and she can't force herself to eat. She's throwing up, and it's just a whole lot of, if she eats something that is savory, to me and you, it tastes normal. To her, it tastes like she's eating a spoonful of salt. If we eat something sweet, to me and you, it tastes normal. To her, it tastes like a spoonful of straight up sugar or syrup. You know, and like I said, if she keeps forcing herself to eat it, she eventually feels like she's gonna throw up. We've tried so many different things, and it's not working. The doctors aren't prescribing anything for her appetite, because it's not like she's lacking an appetite. It's holding food down, enjoying food. It's about her losing the taste for food. One doctor was like, I don't really know what to prescribe to you. I don't know if there's anything we can prescribe to you for this. And so she's trying to stay strong and power through it. But me being her daughter, I have watched my mother be the most vulnerable I've ever seen her. and it has been heartbreaking. Sometimes when I allow my mind to go certain places, and there are negative thoughts coming into my mind about her condition and what might happen in the future, and I slipped into a state of depression. Anxiety and depression has been rearing its ugly head. Listen, it's just been really difficult. I've been trying to be there for my mother, but seeing her in that position, I feel weak, I feel useless, because there's not really anything I can do to help her. And so I even found myself like staying by my boyfriend more, trying to avoid seeing her, because I'm not gonna lie to you, it's heartbreaking to see my mother in that state. And I have this very bad feeling like if I stay around her long enough, I'm gonna break. I had a panic attack just a few days ago, literally broke down in tears. I was snotty, okay? Because my mom, she was feeling extra bad that day. She feels bad every day, but she was feeling extra bad that day. And just watching her in pain, watching her cry, watching her like suffer, I couldn't handle it. And then I felt like, okay, I'm doing this, and nothing's working. And then I have work stress on the other hand. And then I'm exhausted because I'm running off of 2 hours of sleep every night because I'm doing this, and the next thing. And I am just tired, and I am overwhelmed, and my mother's sick. And I feel guilty. Because for the longest time I could feel myself slipping into the depression, and I was trying my best to look out for myself, to the point where I was starting to neglect my mother in a sense, because I started spending way more time by my boyfriend. I would only come and like show my face to see my mom for like maybe a few minutes, or maybe I'll stay for a day, then I'm gone again, just because I didn't want to have to sit there and see her in that state. I didn't want to have to deal with it. And I'm like, out of sight, out of mind. Of course, that's not true. I still went home or went by my boyfriend and thought about my mother. But it was easier doing that than it was to actually stay here and spend excess amount of time here and see her suffer. And I realized that I was wrong for that. And so I came back home, and immediately I was in depression mode, like crying, snotty, heavy breathing, can't concentrate, freaking out on everybody, lashing out on everybody. It's just a whole lot. And I said, Annelia, right now we don't have the results. We can't get treatment until we get the results. We don't know when we're going to get the results. You can't keep having these freak out moments when your mother needs you, when you need yourself to be your best self. And so I said, something has to happen. I need to do better. And so I've been trying my very, very best to not slip back into that depression. I was doing a great job trying to push it back behind that door, close it and lock it. And I'm going to continue to try my hardest. I had a moment where I let it get the best of me. I can't change that. It happened. Now let's move on. Let's try to do better. Let's try to not let it happen again. I'm a big supporter of feel the way you feel. Let your feelings out. But I realize with me, when I let depression and anxiety out, it tends to want to stay. It tends to overstay its welcome, which leads me to believe that I should have never welcomed it in the first place. So I'm trying my best to, yes, feel what I feel, but not to let it get so out of hand that I become depressed and anxious. So I am trying to stay strong for my mother. My mother is trying to stay strong for herself and for me. So it's about time I just get it together. So that is one reason. Another reason, I should say, why I kind of took a backseat to YouTube. I was so consumed with work and dealing with my mom, or trying to avoid it, or like dealing with my emotions and my negative feelings. I had no motivation to come on here and do a video in the state that I was emotionally, but I'm getting better. Okay, let's move on. Family. Remember at the beginning of this video when I said family made sure they had their time? My family, just like the job, is very demanding. There are some people in my family who believe that they own me and my time. And when I try to set boundaries, of course, it's an issue. Right now, there is not really a vehicle, family vehicle that some of my family members living in the house can jump in to go places. And so they call me for everything. They always want to go somewhere. When I finally do get some time to myself, it's, oh, I need to go this place, that place, the next place. Or they'll tell me they need to go one place, and it turns into 50 places. The next thing you know, my whole day is gone, and I am struggling to find time for myself, because then it's time to go and do work, or it's time to do this, or it's time to do that. And yeah, all of that contributed to the panic and to the anxiety and to the depression. And it contributed to the breakdown that I had a few days ago. Like, I need to make time for myself. And I made that clear. Even up to today, people could be mad if they. I'm now, I mean, I've always been a strong believer in this, but for a while there, I kind of forgot that my mantra was, who mad, stay mad. You know, I set my boundaries. If you're upset about it, that sounds like a you problem. I am always there. I always offer to help. And if I say I need this time set aside for myself to do whatever it is I need to do, respect it or move the hell on. If you're mad, stay mad. And that is what I've been doing. Like I said, even up to this morning, people were upset because I decided, hey, this is a day that I'm going to take to film and do certain things. And they wanted to go somewhere. I'm like, I'm sorry, I don't have the time to do it. I already have something planned. You mad? Stay. Who mad? Stay mad, okay? And another thing, ain't like these people putting gas in my car. You see how much gas is expensive in the Bahamas. Let me tell y'all something. I seen Americans when I was in the States complain about the price of gas. Y'all need to come to the Bahamas. Y'all want to know what expensive gas is? Come to the Bahamas. Y'all ain't want to know. Y'all don't want to know. And then I live all the way behind God's back. Coral Harbor. I went Coral Harbor. You know, I went through a whole full tank of gas in less than a week driving to and from Coral Harbor. I'm like, nah, see? This is not gonna work. This not gonna work. No, not for my pockets, baby. No. No. Got to be crazy. Let me see what else on this list. I did get to spend some time with my daddy. My father. Let me tell y'all, I'm the biggest daddy's girl in the world. I will be 100 and I'll still be a daddy's girl. Nobody can ever get between me and my father, okay? I love that man to pieces. He lives in a different island. They sent him to Grand Bahama a few years ago for work, but they brought him back to the capital island where I'm at just for a few months in 2024. It was the best. I got to spend so much time with my daddy. I was like a child again. I was like a kid. I can't wait for them to tell him his time over there is up and he can come back home, because y'all took a father away from a daddy's girl. That's never a good thing, okay? Okay. But yeah, we went to this nature park one time. That's one of the things I truly remember about his trip. My stepmom was here at the time as well. Me, him, her and my brother, we all went and it was so fun. I'm gonna insert the clip. We went to, I can't remember what it's called. Is it Bonefish Park or something? Yeah, we saw the mangroves, we saw the little fishes, and it was really nice. It was a really nice outing. And then also I celebrated a birthday in October. I've mentioned this on my channel before, but I'll mention it again. Me and my boyfriend, our birthdays are really close. My birthday is October 21st. My boyfriend's birthday is October 27th. And what's so weird is we both share birthdays with family members. So I share a birthday with my deceased grandmother. We were both born October 21st. She died the same year I was born, and I was christened on the same day that she was buried on the following year. Now, given all of that, we don't believe in no reincarnation, so don't take this wrong when I say this. But he was like, oh wow, it's almost like I got my mom back in a sense. So he was like, we're gonna name you after my mother. His mother's name, my grandmother's name, was Ruth May. Her friends used to call her Ruthie. So he felt like Ruth May was such an old name, and it is. So he said, I'm gonna name you Ruthie. So my middle name is after my grandmother, Ruthie. I used to hate it growing up. It was a hideous name to me. I've always known the story behind it, but as I got older and matured, I started to love and respect the name a lot more and appreciate it a lot more. My boyfriend, whose birthday is on the 27th of October, he shares that birthday with his father. So when our birthday time came around, I didn't celebrate my birthday because I worked. My birthday fell on a weekday this year. Last year. It was a few days after my birthday. My boyfriend was like, okay, I'm off this day, we'll celebrate. I had something to do anyways. I'm like, we'll take that day to do that and then we'll celebrate my birthday. When that time came, that was the day that my mother called me crying, saying, hey Annelia, they found something. Well, I called her because I knew she had a doctor's appointment that day, a test. They said they found something and they want me to go and do more tests to see what it is or if it's what they think it is. And she was absolutely distraught, and that was, believe it or not, in our 5-year relationship, that was the first time I've actually really, really broken down and cried in front of my boyfriend. And so the whole day basically went to trash because I was just too much of an emotional wreck. And that was the day that I was supposed to celebrate my birthday. The whole day went to trash. So when his birthday rolled around a few days later, he is such a sweetheart that he took his day and shared it with me and treated it like it was my day as well. We went to Adastra Gardens, not because he wanted to go, but because that's where I wanted to go on the day that I was supposed to celebrate my birthday, that we were supposed to celebrate my birthday. First of all, we rented a hotel room. We went for breakfast the next morning when it was his birthday. That's when he was like, we're gonna go to Adastra Gardens. I don't know why I wanted to go to Adastra Gardens so bad. I haven't been there since I was like in school and we went on a field trip. I really, really, really wanted to go to Adastra Gardens, and he was like, let's go. He really didn't want to go for himself. He wanted to go for me, to make me feel better and to celebrate me. And I'm so appreciative of that. It was so much fun. It was amazing. Okay, and then of course we went to New Year's Day Junaknoo. We were going to Boxing Day Junaknoo. We got dressed and everything, and then we couldn't find any parking. So my boyfriend was like, wait, I gotta get up early tomorrow. Can we just do this New Year's? Let's go to New Year's Junaknoo. So we went to New Year's Junaknoo. The sad part is we went early so that we could find parking, because we know parking was an issue when we went for Boxing Day Junaknoo. The problem with going early is when you go early, you see the scrap groups, or like the groups that nobody, I'm sorry, no offense, but nobody really comes to see the scrap groups. Everybody comes to see the bigger, more established groups like Saxons, Roots, One Family, and so Valley Boys and their drama. So yeah, we went early, and he was like, I can only give you about 2 to 3 hours out here, and then we got to go. So we did not get to catch any of the bigger groups in person, but it was still fun. And that's how I ended out 2024. And now we're in 2025, and I am back on my I'm on it. Okay, I am going to be posting. If you guys see me not posting, just know that I'm still figuring out the whole balancing thing, or I'm dealing with my mother, dealing with family stuff, but yeah, I plan to be back. Let's just say that I plan to be back and better. So that is my life update. Thank you for watching. Don't forget to like, comment, share, and subscribe. Bye, y'all.